I'm going to make a response to Peach here. She had some questions, and I'm going to attempt to answer them. Her question was for people who believe the building of the community center so close to ground zero is disrespectful, which I am one of. Her question was, what do the 9/11 terrorists have to do with the people around here? My answer to that is nothing, and it's also a completely irrelevant question. That question is, what you're doing with that question is you're equating the people who would use the community center with the religion itself, saying they're indistinguishable from each other, which you obviously don't believe, because as you said, there's moderate Muslims, and then there's radical Muslims, and then and all spectrum in between, just like with every other religion. So you can't equate the people and the religion together. But that's what you're doing by asking the question in the first place. And simply put, I don't think we have a right to decide what's disrespectful and what isn't. Only the victims do. You're like saying the perpetrator of the crime is the one that gets to decide if the victims are really victims or not. And I can't see that. I mean, as outside observers, I didn't lose anyone in the 9/11 attack, so I'm not really a victim either, but I can understand how someone would see that as disrespectful. Because we have to admit the truth that Islam was a contributing factor to the terrorist attacks. It wasn't the only factor. I strongly believe that our foreign policy has a lot to do with it, but that's another issue for another video. The fact is, the people who are the victims see it as disrespectful, at least some of them, and we should probably respect that, and we should ask them to consider a different location. I absolutely, positively do not believe in any sort of forced action or legal action or government action to stop them from doing it, because I believe they have the absolute right to build what they want, where they want. I just think it's a bad idea, and I don't think it's going to build any sort of community strength or understanding by doing so. I think it is disrespectful for the simple reason is because the victims see it that way. Whether or not that's rational, sometimes we have to accept the irrational when it comes to emotional things like this. We can't always just say, no, you're wrong, when it's something that we really have no control over. The way I see it is, I probably would also oppose building a radical Christian militia church 2 blocks from the site of the Oklahoma City bombings. People who say McVeigh was doing the right thing probably shouldn't be worshiping and practicing, so close to the object of their desires, so to speak, the object of their beliefs. Nor would I say putting a Westboro Baptist Church affiliate 2 blocks from, say, a gay bar. So that's the kind of thing we're talking about here. We're talking about respecting the victims. If we're not victims, maybe we don't really understand what they're going through. We don't understand what they think. We don't understand how they feel about it. And I think we should respect them in that consideration. And those Muslims who do want to build relationships, build bridges, and reduce the Islamic phobia, if there even is such a thing, which I don't even think there really is, need to take the victim's word at face value, take their word at face value, and choose to build somewhere else out of respect. It's just that simple. So I don't think your question is a valid question at all. And so that's why I made this video. So I'd like to see a different question. Maybe you could frame your question differently, and we can go from there. Thanks.